Hey everybody, how's it going? I hope everybody's doing well. I haven't done a video for a while, and that's because I haven't really picked up anything very interesting. But today I picked up a brand new phone for me. This is brand new, just released a couple of days ago. Very hot off the oven. The Google Pixel 5a. So I'm just going to unbox it and see what is inside. And here's the phone. Unfortunately, they only have one color, and it's what they call the mostly black. It's not very black. It has a green tint to it. This is a what's that? A 6.3 inch screen, so it's pretty big. So let's see what else is in the box. A little thing for the SIM card. A charging brick. This is a 18 milliamp, so it's pretty quick charge. And your regular USB cable and a USB to USB-C dongle. I heard from rumors that on the next generation they probably discontinue this charging brick, because I believe what they said was that everybody by now should have some kind of charging plugs at home already, but not everybody has a fast charging bricks. So it would be nice if they keep on including this, because like I said, not everybody has a fast charger at home. So that's everything that came with the box. So let's take a look at the phone. Screen size is actually pretty big. This is actually a 6.34 inch screen, so it's actually pretty big. Google has some. This phone is built. It's quite interesting because with the older version, the Google 4a 5G. And this thing, it has a lot of stuff that is very similar, and only a little bit that is the difference. That's why it's kind of weird that why they actually even make this phone, because the Google 4a and this Google 5a, it has the same processor, the Qualcomm 765G, and also it runs on Adreno 620, and all that are the same. Same 6 gigs of RAM, same 128 gigs of storage. Camera is identical. We got a 12 megapixel and a 16 megapixel, and the hole punch in the front, and 8 megapixel in the front. It's exactly identical. Same speaker. You get the same headphone jack, which is still nice. Not everybody still have one. But what the difference are, this thing, the screen is actually slightly a little bit larger on the actual display, but the overall size is actually about a millimeter smaller in the form factor. So it's interesting why they actually make a phone that's exactly identical. So you still got the fingerprint sensor on the back here, which is nice. Fits right into where your finger wants to be. Okay, the screen is actually a 60 Hertz. It's the same as the 4A. So what are really the difference between the two? Now the newer one, basically, with the 5A, the battery is a whole lot bigger. It's got 6,800, over 6,800 milliamps. Versus the old one has, 3,800 milliamps. And this now is water resistant. Has an IP67. So you can shower with it, you can take a bath with it, it's fine. But you still cannot go diving with it. The case now is made out of metal, versus the 4A 5G is actually made out of plastic. And the one thing I am actually not sure, I'm very not sure about, is a lot of YouTubers say this screen is actually made out of Gorilla Glass 6, but on the Google's website, it actually says it's Gorilla Glass 3. So, Gorilla Glass 6, Gorilla Glass 3, I don't know, maybe just a harder glass, a little less resistance to scratches and all that. But it shouldn't be any problem. Now, the new phone right now is running at 449, and it's weird that the actual 4A 5G, it's more expensive. It's 499. I guess it's because over time the product and the material has come down in cost, and Google wants to keep it in a, you know, just a decent mid-range phone, and they didn't need to upgrade the CPU and all the memory. So, again, you know, it's that's why it's very similar to the 4A 5G. So they kept everything, and I guess it cut down the cost. So, you know, every penny is actually good for consumers. So, well, basically that's all the comparison between the old phone. Now there is another phone, the Google Pixel 5, that is running at the Google Pixel 5 is running at $699, which is $250 more. But the only difference is the Google Pixel 5 is it has a 90 hertz screen, which is, you know, a little faster. The battery is still smaller than this. The water resistant on the Google Pixel 5 is IP68. You actually can dive to a certain depth on the with the Google 5. So, but it has a smaller form factor. It's slightly smaller. So you got small hands like me. The Google Pixel 5 is probably more suitable for, you know, handheld. But then again, it's $250 more for not much difference. It runs the same CPU. It's not like the Google Pixel 5 is a much faster phone. So there really isn't any advantage for me to spend an extra $250 for a phone that, you know, it runs the same speed, same processor. Although it has 8 gigs of memory versus this one has 6. But that doesn't really make a whole lot of difference. So I opted to pick up this new phone here. So it's brand new off the oven again. Brand new off the oven. So let me set this up and we'll go through a little bit of the phone shortly. Okay, so I got the Pixel set up right now. Now I have my old phone. This is the OnePlus 7T. 2 years to date. It's still a very nice and fast phone. So this is the Pixel. Now it has 60 Hertz. Again, the processor on this guy is only it's a Qualcomm 765. Now on this guy, it has a Qualcomm 855 chip in there. So it's a much faster phone. Even 2 years, like I said, 2 years to date, this phone is a faster phone. You know, it looks like I am taking a step back, but I don't really need the power that for what I do. I'm really just using the phone for emails, browsing, social media, and news. And I'm not really a heavy gamer. So, you know, the mid-range phone is more than enough for me. That's why I opt to get a mid-range phone rather than another high-end phone. This guy, it's slightly a little bit smaller than the 170, so which is going to be more comfortable on my hand because I have small hands. The OnePlus 7T has a 90 Hz screen, and again, this Pixel only has a 60 Hz. Again, it's more than enough, but this has a much bigger battery than this. So, in regards to the build, this thing is built more like a tank. It's really heavy, where the Pixel, it's a much lighter phone. It feels like it's plastic, but it's not. This is more, it's I believe it's an aluminum case right now. but it's painted over with, you know, a like a matte color, so it's not slippery. This is very, very slippery. You really need the case on here, otherwise I already dropped it a few times. So, you know, you probably don't need a case on that, and I'm not gonna put in a case on this guy. So that's, you know, my old phone, the new phone, the old phone. The screen unlock. Really fast, the fingerprint. Now this fingerprint is actually built in. Oh, it has the face recognition. So this is actually much faster. The fingerprint sensor on this guy is actually built into the screen. But yeah, of course, the physical fingerprint here, it's a lot faster. So, you know, that's really the basic of the phone. It's really all I need. But again, versus my OnePlus 7T. Now the OnePlus 7T, it looks like it's still probably a better phone in every way if it's brand new, but it's already 2 years old for me, and it has some minor issues, which, you know, it gets a little bit annoying, like the auto brightness on the OnePlus 7T. It's just absolutely terrible. It never worked for me, so I never turn this thing on. When I turn it on in a dark area, this thing can go to complete darkness. I mean 100% darkness, and you would think that your phone is probably bad, but you know, hey, it is what it is. It's already 2 years. I was trying to move on. I keep this for a spare if I ever need it. So I got a new, you know, mid-range phone, more than enough for me to do what I need to do. So before I switch the SIM card over to the new phone, I'm going to try to see how fast this 5G is. I have turned off the Wi-Fi. I'm just running this with my my carrier's 5G and see how fast this would be. So right now it's on my old phone, the OnePlus 7T. So we're getting about 60 down, 66 down, and about 10 megabits up. And I'm recording this on the new phone. So I'm going to run a speed test on this new phone right now. This is the Google Pixel 5a. Again, the Wi-Fi is off. Just running this internet from the carrier. We'll see how quick the download speed is. That is weird. Well, it gets just about the same as oh, here's one it is. A little bit faster. Not a whole lot of difference. And my OnePlus 7T is not a 5G phone. And this is what I'm getting. Just slightly a little bit more. 71 versus about 66. It's not a whole lot of difference. And this is supposed to be a 5G phone. So I guess, I don't know, the issue is on my carrier, whether that is a full 5G or not. So anyway, that's just a small test. So anyway, that's all for me for the video. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, please give me a like. If you don't, it's okay. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.